Now, the last question that I assigned for homework, you can see here, we actually sketched these in class. You've got a nice smooth curve that is going through the point 1, 0, and here it's going through 0, 2. Okay, now curves must go through the indicated slope, the points, follow the given slope lines, and extend to the boundary of the slope field. So make sure when you're sketching it, it should follow those the slopes of those lines, those little tangent lines. Now for part B, when we're writing the equation of a tangent line, we need the slope and a point. Okay, so it's y minus 0, and then we can get the slope by plugging in 1 and 0 into the equation that they gave us, the dy dx formula. Now, once we have that equation, then they're asking us to estimate the value of the function at 0.7. So we're using the tangent line to estimate a value close to 1, okay, and that turns out to be at 0.7. So when you plug the 0.7 into this equation, then you will get negative 0.4. Now in part C, the first thing to do is separate these variables. We did some of this in class. We get the 1/3 x dx. When you integrate this, remember it's going to be 1/3 x squared over 2. That's where the 1/6 comes from. Here, this is y minus 2 to the negative 2 power. So it's going to be y minus 2 to the negative 1. Okay, and then we're going to divide that by negative 1. Now they chose to put the negative in the numerator. So once we have this equation, then we are given the values for x and y, so we can solve for c. C turns out to be 1/3. Now, some of you emailed me about this. How do we get y by itself? Well, we're going to get a common denominator here of 6. So you multiply by 2 over 2, and that gives us x squared over 2, x squared plus 2 divided by 6. Now notice what we have on the left side. So the trick here is to multiply both sides by negative 1, and that will be the opposite of this quantity. And then you just take the reciprocal of both sides. You, in essence, flip it over. And so instead of having negative 1 over y minus 2, you have 1 over y minus 2. And then when you flip that over, you'll have y minus 2. And then you just add 2 to the other side. Okay? Add 2 to the other side here.